Hey guys, how y'all doing? I'm here to give you guys a recap on the new episode of Saenai Heroine no Sodatekata Flat, which is on episode 10, or you could call it Saekano How to Raise a Boring Girlfriend Flat on episode 10. Now, this episode right here, despite certain things that happen between the two of them, I believe right here literally just shows why I appreciate the second season much more than the first season, surprisingly. But if any cases, I would like to get this started right away. Okay, we have to it that Utaha and Eri end up talking about what the next move is, especially when they talk about what the result and what the heck happened after that meeting with Akane or something. And we also see a scene after after they have small talks of what's really bound to happen about the next project of this thing, of Field Chronicles or something. And they have yet to actually give out a certain answer, but Utaha says this is gonna be all on you in a certain way. The way how she said it, not directly but indirectly. And we see to it that Iori ends up telling Akane that he's gonna take a leave, and he's not gonna try to he wants to take it easy and so forth, and has a little small talk with Akane and so etc. And those of you guys who watch the episode will understand what I'm getting at here. So for him to leave and maybe form his own group or something, I guess you could say that I guess he's gonna have a chance to grow. But besides all that, we have to it that Utaha ends up having a talk with her boss or writer. I don't know who she is because I don't really care much about her. They end up talking about Akane and so forth, and Utaha realizes that they were actually acquaintances. Which is something that I don't care much about, but oh yeah, her name is Sonoko. And eventually, after talking about Akane here and there, we have to it that we get to a scene between Eri and Utaha, and we get to see that Eri was actually drawing very great and ends up showing her skill to Utaha, and she finally admits to a point where she can't stay with Tomoya and she wants to be part of the Field Chronicles project. And she cries in great tears, realizing that she can't become an artist that Tomoya would envision her to be. And all it took is for Akane to actually insult her greatly and tell her that her drawing is so easy to copy off of. You do realize that, etc. So Eri finally admits to this and realizes that she has to be pushed beyond and further to overcome a wall or a slum that she's not, or say that she's not in a slump or something. Which shows a lot that Eri is actually admitting to that, especially Utaha herself, And she comforts her, and they both comfort each other, and they decide to take part of the Field Chronicles project. Which I really am glad about, although I'm still upset to see to it that Eri still did not tell Tomoya anything about it until maybe over the phone in last week's episode. Even Utaha did not say anything until after her graduation. So those are the only sour thing I could say about those two, but for them to grow better and into a deeper bond than just having somewhat of a love and hate relationship or a sour relationship with each other, they actually bonded much greater and on a much mental and emotional deeper level, which I really appreciate. And seeing how these two always butt heads, whether it be because of Tomoya or maybe because they could not acknowledge each other for each other's talents. We see to it that they say that they're going to push each other to the limit and go beyond and over. So I just go that's a good thing, Despite you guys having a sourness relationship, you finally admit to each other and so forth. Then we go to present time where Tomoya ends up having a talk with Iori, and Iori says he left the group and decided to form his own group and have some people to help him out. And a place where he could exhibit Izumi's talents and so forth. So we have to it that Iori ends up encouraging Tomoya not to give up and don't quit developing and don't quit creating, okay? He goes why are you pushing this on me so badly? Aren't we enemies or rivals or something? He goes yeah, but it's not fun if you're not so serious. When Tomoya, after thinking about what happened to him in the major events, he ends up having to remember how he formed the group, etc. Which brings out into an emotional flashback to how he managed to get Eri and Kato and Utaha all together to form one game and so forth. And he gets visited by Kato, who apparently has her hair cut short, and asked him, should you and I, we should go out on a date, just you and me. So I'm thinking in my mind, yeah, it's official. Kato literally took the cake and won the entire series of being the best girl, okay? Despite having like some certain downs and ups and downs with Tomoya, I guess she's the one that still sticks around. So I'm really looking forward to see where they are going to grow from here on out. Not to mention after Utaha and Eri left the group and to further their own careers and their own talent and push themselves beyond their physical and mental health. This is where like all of them gained their own development with each other, especially Eri and Utaha had gained their most development like throughout the entire series in general, honestly. But as for Tomoya, I don't know what's really gonna happen in next week's episode, which I believe is supposed to be the last episode of Saenai Heroine, but we'll have to find out. I'm really excited to see where this is gonna go. So until then, I'll see you guys in my next video. So alright, I'm Alpha Zero, people. Have a good day. I'll see you guys next time, alright? Peace out. Bye-bye. Toot-toot-toot.